All right. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. My name is Lee Boone, founder and owner of Buckeye Financial LLC. Tonight's conversation is called The Windfall Trap: Why High Earners Go Broke, and How to Make Sure You Don't. Now, I want you to pay attention to the subtitle: Why High Earners Go Broke. Not broke people, not people who never had anything. We're talking about people who had it. You know, athletes, entertainers, influencers, coaches, authors, entrepreneurs, people who made real money and still ended up with nothing to show for it. Tonight I'm going to show you exactly how that happens, and more importantly, I'm going to show you the 3 tools that prevent it. So stay with me, because what I'm about to share could literally change the financial trajectory of your family for generations. Before I get into the content, let me tell you a little bit about who I am and why I'm qualified to have the conversation with you. I'm a former Ohio State Buckeye, the Ohio State Buckeye defensive back. I was part of the 2002 BCS National Championship team, and I say that not to impress you. I say that because football taught me something that I now apply to every client I serve. Offense wins games, but defense wins championships. I took that same protection first mindset and built Buckeye Financial LLC around it. I'm licensed in Virginia, North Carolina, Maryland, South Carolina, Arkansas, Texas, Ohio, and Tennessee. I specialize in fixed indexed annuities, index universal life insurance, and hybrid long-term care solutions. I am also a published author, a husband to my lovely wife Maureen, and father of 4 daughters. Everything I build with legacy in mind. My philosophy is simple: empowering the 99% with strategies the 1% have always used. That's what tonight is about. So let's start at the beginning. What exactly is windfall income? Windfall income is sudden, significant earning that arrives faster than most people's financial habits can handle. Read that again. It's not just about making a lot of money, it's about money arriving so fast that your habits, your mindset, and your financial infrastructure aren't ready for it. Now look at this slide. Who does this apply to? Athletes? And we've all seen the stories of players who made millions and were broke 5 years after retirement. Influencers. People who went viral overnight and built platforms worth hundreds of thousands of dollars with no vault to put it in. Entertainers. Tours, royalties, appearances, all flowing in at once with no structure behind it. Coaches and gurus. People running master classes and programs doing massive launches with zero financial protection. Authors. Advances that get spent before they even clear. And entrepreneurs. Business owners who hit it big or hit a big exit and don't know what to do with the proceeds. Every single one of these people has something in common. The money came fast, and without a plan, it leaves just as fast. Now, here's where I want to slow down, because this is the slide that makes this real. There is a pattern, and nobody in the financial world talks about it plainly enough. So let me walk you through it. Stage 1 is the rise. Income spikes dramatically. A viral moment, a book deal, a big contract, a massive launch. Money starts flowing in, and it feels like it'll never stop. Stage 2 is the trap, and this is where most people get caught. The lifestyle inflates immediately. The cars, the vacations, the shopping, the experiences. Spending doesn't just match the income, it exceeds it. Because when you never had it before, you want to feel every dollar. Stage 3 is the silence. This is the most dangerous stage because nothing dramatic happens here. No advisor steps in, no protection gets built. The IRS quietly takes its biggest share right at the peak, and nobody says a word. Stage 4 is the drop. The income slows. The algorithm shifts. The crowd moves on. The contract ends. The audience finds the next thing, and the money that felt permanent starts to disappear. And stage 5 is the reckoning. The bills are still there. The lifestyle is still there, but the savings aren't. The windfall is gone, often forever. I want you to hear me clearly. It doesn't matter how you made it. What matters is whether you protected it. That's where, and that's why we're here tonight. Now let's talk about the tax problem, because this is the silent killer that accelerates every stage I just described. Look at this number, 37%. That is the federal tax rate at the top income bracket. Every dollar you earn at your peak is your most taxed dollar. The IRS is always your silent business partner, and they always get paid first. Now look at the next number, $0. That's how much the average windfall earner has saved in their tax-advantaged accounts. No IRA, no IUL, no structure. Just raw income hitting a bank and either getting spent or taxed down to nothing. And the results? 10 or more years of potential retirement income lost. Lifestyle inflation plus zero investment equals no runway when the income eventually stops. Here's what I need you to understand. The IRS takes the most from you during your best years. That's not an accident. That's the structure of the tax code. The only answer, and I mean the only answer, is to build your financial structure before the income slows down. Not after, but before. That's exactly what the next 3 slides are going to show you how to do. Tool number 1 is the Index Universal Life Insurance Policy, the IUL. Now, I know some of you have heard the word life insurance and immediately thought about a death benefit. I need you to expand your thinking tonight, because a properly structured IUL is one of the most powerful wealth building tools available to everyday Americans. And the wealthy have been using it quietly for decades. Here's how it works. During your high income years, you fund the policy. The premium goes into a cash value account that is indexed to the market, meaning it participates in market gains. But here's the key. It has a zero floor. When the market crashes, your cash value does not go down. You do not lose. You simply don't gain that year. Over time, the cash value grows tax-free. No capital gains. No annual tax bill on the growth. And when you're ready to access it in retirement, you pull it out through policy loans, which are also tax-free. And on top of all of that, your family is still protected. The death benefit is still there. So if life happens before retirement, your loved ones are covered. 4 benefits in one vehicle. You got tax-free growth, zero floor protection, tax-free retirement income, and a death benefit. That is the foundation of your windfall protection strategy. Tool number 2 is the traditional IRA. And this one is specifically designed to solve the tax problem we talked about on slide 5. Here's the strategy. During your high income years, when your bracket is at its highest, you contribute to a traditional IRA. Every dollar you put in reduces your taxable income today. You're essentially telling the IRS, I'll pay you later, not now. And later, when your income has dropped and your bracket is lower, you'll owe far less. Let me put a real number on it, excuse me. Say you bring in $250,000 in windfall income this year. You max out your IRA contribution. That's roughly $7,000 deducted directly from your taxable income. The money the IRS cannot touch this year. It goes in, it grows tax deferred, and you pay taxes on it later at a much lower rate. The process is simple. Step 1, contribute during high income year and reduce your taxable income now. Step 2, let the money grow deferred inside the account. Step 3, withdraw in retirement when your income and your tax bracket are both significantly lower. Small sacrifice now, massive tax advantage later. That's the traditional IRA working for you. Tool number 3 is where it all comes together. This is the Roth conversion strategy. And this is the move that most people completely miss. Here's the concept. When your windfall income eventually slows down, and based on everything we've talked about tonight, you know it will, your tax bracket drops significantly. Most people see that as bad news. I see it as your conversion window. Here's what you do. During the high income years, you've been funding your traditional IRA and your IUL. You've been keeping your taxable income as low as possible. Then, when the income drops and your bracket falls, that is the moment you convert your traditional IRA into a Roth IRA. Why does this matter? Because by converting during a low income year, you pay taxes on that money at the lower rate. And from that point forward, every dollar in the Roth IRA grows completely tax-free. And when you withdraw it in retirement, 100% tax-free. No RMDs, no IRS involvement, gone. Combined with your IUL policy loans, which are also tax-free, you now have multiple streams of tax-free income. That is the goal. That is the strategy. The conversion window doesn't stay open forever. The best time to act is now, while you're still earning. So let's put it all together and look at what I call the complete protection stack. Layer 1 is the IUL. This is your foundation. Tax-free accumulation during your earning years. Zero market risk. Tax-free access at retirement. This goes in first. It stays in, and it grows quietly in the background for the rest of your life. Layer 2 is the traditional IRA. This reduces your taxable income right now, while you're in your highest earning bracket. The money grows tax deferred, and you're setting yourself up for the conversion we just talked about. Layer 3 is the Roth IRA conversion. Executed during your income drop window, this converts your deferred tax liability into a completely tax-free income stream. 3 tools, 1 strategy, 0 excuses for being unprotected. The result is this: tax-free income streams in retirement, protection during the earning years, and no IRS exposure. That is what the wealthy build. That is what Buckeye Financial builds for everyday people. Everything I've shown you tonight lives under one philosophy. I call it the Buckeye Shield. I built this around 4 principles that I believe every high earner, whether you're an athlete, an influencer, an entrepreneur, or anyone who has ever experienced a season of significant income, needs to understand. Principle 1, protect first. Before you invest, make sure what you have is protected. I learned this on the football field. Offense wins games, defense wins championships. Your financial life is no different. Principle 2, plan for the dip. Every income curve drops eventually. The question isn't if, the question is when. Build your structure before the dip comes, not after. Principle 3, build generational wealth. Windfall income doesn't have to be a one-generation story. Structured correctly, what you earn in the peak years can fund a legacy for your children and your children's children, but only if you don't spend it before it compounds. Principle 4, the 99% strategy. The wealthy have always had access to these tools. IUL policies, Roth conversions, tax-deferred vehicles. They've used them quietly for decades. My mission, my calling, is to put those same strategies in the hands of everyday people. People who worked hard, earn real money, and deserve real protection. The Buckeye Shield is your last line of defense, and I built it for you. So we've covered a lot of ground tonight, and I want to leave you with one final thought. The people who are going broke, the athletes, the influencers, the coaches, the gurus, they're not broke because they didn't earn enough. They're broke because nobody showed them how to protect what they've earned. Don't let your windfall become your warning story. Your income window is open right now. The question is what you do with it before it closes. I'm offering every person in this room a free retirement protection review. This is a one-on-one conversation where we look at your specific situation, your income, your goals, your timeline, and we build a customized protection strategy around you. No pressure, no obligation, just clarity. On this slide, you'll see a QR code. Take out your phone right now and scan it. It will take you directly to my booking calendar, where you schedule your free review at a time that works for you. It takes less than 30 seconds to book it. You can also reach me directly at 804-909-5898 or by email at lee@buckeyefinancialllc.com. My website is buckeyefinancialllc.com. And again, I'm licensed and ready to serve you in Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, Arkansas, Texas, Ohio, and Tennessee. Scan the QR code. Let's get to work. The championship mindset isn't just for the field, it's for your financial future. And the Buckeye Shield is here to protect it. Thank you.